Namaskar, namaste. Oh, very good. I hope you all are having an amazing day. Let me start this wonderful video interview by introducing the mystic. So here we are here today with Shri Viral Manek, who actually teaches meditation, healing, spirituality, and a creator of Divya Shakti. So without an ado, let's get into the rolling of what I am here with an objective to ask few questions which I have in my head to Viral today. And with his guidance, we might get some insights to live a beautiful life ahead. So thank you, Viral, for your time today. And before I start, I guess if you have anything that you would like to share with me.
Namaste, namaste, Ami, and thank you very much for this wonderful interview. I'm looking forward to your questions. Shoot, and I share.
So there has always been a thought which triggers, especially today in the environment today, that it's by a Greek philosopher, Heraclitus. He said there is nothing permanent but change, except change. So, and it's so very relevant today that everything is changing. રોજ કઈ નવું થયું છે and it is moving in such a fast pace that I really feel that that question crops up. Am I as fast as the change happening around? Am I ready to change, adapt myself with this change? And I really feel many people would correlate to the same question that everything is changing so very fast. Say technology, the way we are living, the things around me. How do we cope up with this, or how do we see this thing as?
Wonderful question. I appreciate your question because right now in the consciousness, time is moving very fast. Because consciousness is moving very fast. The speed at which the event occurs in the galaxy, and it is so phenomenal that scientists have not been able to perceive whatever changes which we are experiencing on this planet right now as a human is the part of that process which we are not been able to cope up with. Who are not being able to cope up with this process? People who are stuck in their mind and they are attached to things, they are finding really challenging to move forward at the space that they want to move forward.
So things are moving fast and you are saying it. Okay, so
Definitely.
that brings us to one question. How do we cope up with this change? In which areas? How do we pay attention to so many changing things? How would I handle it, or how would I see these changes?
See, there are changes can be looked from two perspectives. Changes in the outside environment and changes within oneself. What we can control is the changes within oneself. And we can adapt to the new environment that we are entering into. Look at the current scenario. Current scenario has put the consciousness has very beautifully put humans on the pause. You know, everything in the consciousness is moving so beautifully, so perfectly, but humans cannot contribute to that. They are on the back seat. Everything is paused. So that's how the things are with the consciousness. And this is the changing time. Now, how to adapt to this changing time? Now, if we think from our previous experiences, okay, things were such and such in the past, and things are going to remain same in the future. That's the change, the adaptation of that new thought that we should be ready to. What consciousness is teaching us today, that the way the consciousness is speeding up, we need to change our thoughts, emotions, and actions.
Okay, so now that is a beautiful thing that we really need to change in all the areas and spans. But the biggest challenge or the question which comes to me is like when people use this terminology, let go the past, let go the way of living. See, it is so very easy to say let go the past, let go the way I'm living. But how do I let go it is something which blocks us. That where do I define what I need to let go and what I need to hold back? It could be in personal relationship or way of my living. But how do I let go it? If you can help us that with this changing time, how do I let go the way I'm living, the way I'm practicing things?
How to let go is your question.
Yes.
But my point is, what is to be let go?
Okay.
Once you know what you have to let go, then only you can know how you can let go. So, if suppose, for example, I want to let go this specs, how can I let go? As simple as this.
Okay.
Similarly, an external things you can let go. You can move from one place to another. You can leave your house and move into the new house. You can change your city. This requires an adaptation. Humans are designed in a way that they can adapt to the any condition and the any situations. At the first place, I am talking about the physical change. So we are capable of doing that. That is why we have explored the world and now we are exploring the galaxy. That's the power that we have. We have the same consciousness that the consciousness runs itself. So there in parallelly the consciousness is working in the tandem and it is taking us to that pace. So here is about the physical change. Now what is the second that we need to let go? In terms, I think your question is related to the thoughts, is related to the emotions, it's related to the attachments that we have, it is
Yes.
related to the relationship that we have. So here is the point. Take one thing at a time and we understand what is to be let go and how to let go. Suppose you want to let go thought. Normally, we are designed in a way that we can let go our thought very easily. It is not required for us to do anything with the thought. Memories are the hook which we create, and especially those memories of which creates the pain, either when we remember that or when we feel about it. Those thoughts need to be released. They are the hooks of the growth of our consciousness and our soul. So how to let go the thought? So you have to let go an attachment which we have with that particular thought. And why do our, in general, why are we attached to the thought? Because we were expecting something else and something happened, and that is what we cannot perceive. And that's the hit, that's the चोट लगती है दिल में और वो चोट हमेशा याद रहती है. That's why the thought always remains. If you remember your childhood memories, you will remember pleasant things and the painful things. The painful thing always remains with you. Pleasant things actually subsides. So what we have to let go is the pain memory.
Okay.
So if you have any question on this, or we can move on to the other, what is to be let go, the emotions.
Yes. The next one. I am clear on this.
Okay. So the emotion is what our feelings are, and our feelings are coming from our thoughts. So how does we feel? We have the emotions. So emotion is of only two types. Whatever people want to understand and say, but there are only two spectrum of emotion. One is love and another is fear. And we oscillate between this. And the degree always vary all the time. So where we have to change in terms of the emotions, we have to change from the fear to the love. What is fear? Fear is always connected of losing something. And that is where, why do we not want to move ahead? We don't want to move ahead because an experience that we have got, we want to cling on to those experiences. We have not learned to let go. And this comes as way back in our childhood, that way we grip the cradle, the way we grip the hand of the mother, that time we don't know when to let go. So the conditioning of let going starts at a very, very early childhood. So that's why we want to cling on to the things. And when we know that there is no fear, it is easy to let go any emotions at any given point of time. The second one is feeling. Now, how the feeling is generated? It is a combination of the thoughts and the feeling, thoughts and the emotions. When the thought and emotions merge, it creates a spectrum of feelings. You can call it a negative feeling or a positive feeling. The feeling which is negative, which is more towards the fear side, and feeling which is positive is more towards the love side. So when you move from the fear, what is the current wave of the fear that everybody is facing right now is the fear of death. And if you realize and understand that we are going to die at any given, because at any given point of time, we have to leave this body. And if you can overcome that fear, why do we have that fear? Again, that we have a lot of attachments to our thoughts, ideas, beliefs. And we don't want to let go of our thoughts, ideas, and belief. And that is the combination. That's the package that we have created, and that we understand that that package is Viral Manek, that package is Ami, that package is XYZ. That's not the so. So these feelings, these emotions, and these thoughts that we want to hold on, and our attachment in this worldly times, if we know that, and if we can live on a present moment to moment basis, living anything, it is very easy.
Okay.
Or
So,
let go, rather than living, let go. So this has to do with the thought, emotions, and the feelings.
okay, got it. Okay. So we spoke about thoughts, spoke about our emotions, and then we landed up on our feelings and how do we let go. Okay. So now this also brings me to a question. There are many things which could be good, like we are saying, negative one, like fear. But at the same time, we also see the scenarios where people don't take seriously and let go their own way of living, old ways of living. So it could be me also at times where I really am very adamant about, because it's not a negative part, but then still I'm holding because I'm happy about living with it. And like you said about the negative feeling of fear, how do I let go of positive feeling too, if that's to be released?
See, if you notice the current scenario and the current circumstances in which we have been holding with our habits, the patterns so much. So now there is a surgical strike, that there is a master stroke of the consciousness. What was the pattern that we were living? Just imagine, I remember a situation before 23rd January. What were your thoughts, Ami? And as the lockdown or this pandemic started, how everybody has adapted to this change and how they were compelled. It is showing us, it is teaching us, if you don't adopt, consciousness, divine, has its own way to get things done from you. So if you're so much adamant, don't worry, consciousness will strike on you.
So that's a wonderful thought, and I guess that gives me a pretty good idea about that if I'm not going to change and give space for the new, I guess conscious will come and anyway give that strike to make that space for me, right? Am I right to understand that?
Absolutely. Now, if you cannot change, suppose we, on a mass level, the change was needed. And that is why on a mass level, this change has come. On an individual level, so now we can look at the macro and the micro. Now, on an individual level, if you do not let go your thoughts, feeling, and emotions, how is it going to reflect? It is going to reflect health on your body. So this is the thought entity, thought ideas, beliefs that we carry, and that turns into dis-ease. So whenever there is a dis-ease, it is a time to let go. And to know, at least to list down what are the things which we need to let go. It has been a very beautiful state. Uh, uh, a cardiologist, I listened to the interview of a cardiologist. When cardiologist had given up the practice completely, when he realized, what am I doing? I am just making patients worse. Because every person who is affected by the heart disease was coming to him, and he wanted better and better, and he could live the life the way he wanted to live. So he started taking the medicine and built up the cholesterol, built up the stress, then took the medicine and built up and reached to the point that they had to do the biopsy. When he realized this, he says we need to educate people rather than give medicines.
Okay. So I guess that was a wonderful conversation on about let going and making space for new things.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. But Viral, if you could help me in your personal level, at what are the workshops that you can help us on? by getting this let go feeling much more with ease, with your support, with your guidance?
See, on a let go in a particular, I don't have any specific workshop as such. I have a lot of audio programs like Surrender to the Light Within. I have got Parallel Reality. In the Surrender to the Light Within, I have, created, because here what happens that whatever we talk, Ami, you and me, intellectually it is easier for people to just listen. But when it comes to the implementation, they are finding it really challenging. And I'm not against that. I understand their plight. I understand their situation. They find it very difficult to change. So on a unconscious level, to bring about a change, I have created a guided meditation infusing with some special energies. When I say special energies, it is not just the word which I'm using, the special energies. Through my master, I've learned to tap into a phenomenal energy that even the scientists are not being able to understand it at fullest. And when I say it, I mean it. And with this energy, I can create that spark in the audio. So you can go onto my website, pureenergyacademy.com, and whichever audios that you like, you can just buy that audio, experience any one of that. Then you will realize that what the energy can do with you, which you find it very easy to do. On a relationship, from relationship to self-awareness, self-realization, there is a 7-step program, a 7-step, revelation which I done on the relationship in a program called Aroha. I'll be soon uploading on my Pure Energy Academy .com. But currently you can watch it on my page, Viral Manek, and it is live in 2 parts. And I do a Divya Shakti program. In Divya Shakti program, I take people into a very different state. So when we talk about the spirituality, we talk about the everything within this consciousness level on the galaxies. And I've heard recently lot of experiences of many people who are talking about the spirituality. I just have to say that there is much beyond. So I take you beyond spirituality, a beyond state of meditation, a beyond state that, like recently, I had a participant who had done the Divya Shakti. He had an experience just 2 days before. He had an experience with the energy. He was sitting in a dark room in the night, and he could see the blast of light in his presence, and that light was so bright that he could not bear with it. And that was a point of spark that is created in him. And that triggered something in his life and completely shifted him as a person and the personality. So I want to take people to the different realm, different dimensions, to the multi-dimensional universes, and to the Param Shakti, Mahashakti.
Wow. So that was quite insightful. Thank you very much, Viral, for your time today to share your insights as well the details of your workshop, because I would love to attend one of them to make sure that I'm also enlightened towards the journey a bit. So
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ami. And I wish all the best to all of the people who are moving
thank you very
forward
much.
with a great spirit. Namaste. Thank you.